Okay, 1733, good luck. 185 games for my opponent, relatively new account then. It's enough games to establish your baseline rating, but my opponent could be in the process of still getting to where they're actually capable of getting to. Okay, what do I want to do? I think I'm going to stick to the Reti principle, just get castled. Just got to watch out for quick attacks on the queen and make sure you can retreat somewhere or other. Right, now we can worry about what to actually do. How do I want to do this? Knight up isn't quite a move because of where the queen is. How do I want to do this? I'm actually going to go d4 and try and get the bishop up in e3, something like this. Get the bishop outside the pawn chain. Then as soon as I need to, I'll just trade. I've got to watch out for this sort of concept now with pawn up. Okay, breaks the pin, so now's the time just to simply trade there, get my knight up. I just want to be a little bit careful about not getting my queen trapped. And like I say, the bishop coming along here, now the knight does cover that though. Okay, I'm just going to drop there and just hit the pawn just because it's a simple one move target. Knight goes across, so I could go back here and see if you then push. I'm not sure I want to do that. No, actually I don't. I'm going to drop back here. Idea is a threat to hit the bishop and hit the pawn at the same time. You can obviously deal with it. Then the knight gets potentially a little bit stuck if you play pawn forward. There is a square, but not trapped. Yeah, it deals with it. It was just a one move threat, that's all. Now I could go here, put pressure on. Do I want to do this? I don't think I do. Knight up takes. I don't really like that structure either. So I'm just going to develop the rook. I expect a move like pawn up. And it's then whether we can trap the knight, but I don't think we can because you've got this square. But can I put this knight on a useful outpost then, like here? Then we're threatening to trap the knight. Actually, that's not a bad idea, is it? The idea is I can come in and hit the bishop, but I'm also threatening b4, and the knight's got no escape squares. So that's the actual threat. So he's created a path for it, but I can go here, hit the bishop, maybe trade something off and try and push and grab the pawn. Now here now you go back. I don't like that. I'm going to go here first and hit the bishop. And then at some point I might be able to do this. The knight can obviously come forward though. So I'd expect a move like just simply dropping back. Maybe I've got knight back here first just to gently put pressure on. Try and target the backward pawn. I might just leave it there and let me take. Here, try and challenge it. But once I've gone forward, I'm not bringing it back, of course. How do we actually do this? How do we do this? I could still go here, see if you give up that defending bishop. But that's a real problem with my pawn structure. That's a real problem. I don't think that would work out well for me. So I'm going to come back this way, I think. Knight back, take, bishop takes. I think I'm okay to just simply take because I hit the queen. Rook across, gain a queen, lose a queen, gain a rook, lose a bishop. All that seems alright. I'm going to come back. I'm just trying to cover this advanced square for the knight and put pressure on the pawn, threatening b4 to kick the knight as well. Oh, he's gone there with a queen. Okay, but now I can do b4 back and simply just grab a pawn. So that makes sense, I think. Obviously, if you come in, I could simply take, but now I can just simply grab a pawn and threaten another one. If knight takes, I can take and have a nice structure. I've got a choice. But I think I'll just grab the pawn. And if takes, I'll just think about what to do. Probably the b pawn, bring it in towards the centre, but there is a target with e5. Then if we trade, that's what he's gone for. Maybe I'm better just simply going with the queen then. Maybe I'm better going with the queen. Offer a trade. I've got one chance to bring this pawn across, but it opens the file for my opponent's rooks. I think I'm better going with the queen here. If takes, I'll probably just go with the rook, but the bishop could come here and be a problem. So I've still got this chance, but pawn forward is a little bit of a problem. So I'm going with the rook, and I'm going to try and double up and shift my knight. Okay. So do I move my knight first? If I go here, I'm restricting my bishop coming back. But that's a potential issue. Right now I can't take because of where my knight is. So maybe I go here then. But if I go here, I'm actually covering the threat, aren't I? Yeah. Let's be sensible and go here. It does restrict my bishop though, so the risk I might get my bishop trapped. I might have to move again. Might have to. Let's double up here. I might have gone in the wrong square. It might have been better going here. I might have to spend another move shifting the knight. Even if I have to retreat, I might have to do that. Let's see. Okay, so what if we just go forward here? If you take, I can take with a rook. That's good. My bishop can then retreat. Yeah, I like the look of that, so I'm just going to play that. We're up a pawn now, aren't we? We've got 7 against 6. Now, I think I should take with the rook here. My bishop's guarded, and I can just come back again. Or I can get the bishop out the way and then come back. We've got a nice open file. We're up a pawn. But not a formality. We're down nearly 2 minutes on the clock. Can we find another pawn from somewhere? Is it going to be too difficult? We've only got this one on a light square though. Get it on a dark square, then it won't come under attack. Okay, I don't need to think about that. Just get back here. Try and drop back somewhere so I don't lose the bishop. Actually, I'm threatening to take a pawn now and win this bishop. So there is a threat there. Threatening to take and take this bishop. So we're threatening to win another pawn. And you can't actually easily move this, can you? Maybe you can just simply go here, but might have to play a move like this. Takes, something takes, pin the rook and just say we're playing an endgame of pawn up. Should be good. Our pawn structure is a lot better than black's. Everything protects everything else apart from this one. So it should be good. Yeah, he's found that move. But this should be good for us just to trade. Now what if I go here? It's kind of covered. No, I think I just trade there. And maybe try and get a rook off or go here. But here, he can just ignore it. So I think I actually go here. I think I do. Or do I bring my king up? Here, say the king comes up. Takes, rook here. You might have to go defensive there. Yeah, that looks good to me. Try and get black in a defensive position. So we take, and we come up here. And we hit the pawn. You'll have to go defensive. Then, oh, he's not. Oh, he's lashed out. Well, surely that can't be good. Take. The idea will be to come here, but we're hitting this pawn. So I think we just simply take. If you check, I just step up. And now I just take here, so I can guard this. I just have to make sure I don't allow the king to get in and a back rank issue, but I should be fine now. But they're never over till they're over amateur games. Just one mouse slip. One little slip is all it takes. Now, do I push forward here while I've got a chance to? I could even abandon this side potentially and check. Drive the king back, and if you don't go back, I can take a pawn, lose a pawn, come here, and I'm still going to win this one, aren't I? So that might be good. If you come forward, I simply take a pawn. If you take my pawn here, and I bring the rook back here, you can't guard this. And I've collected another pawn here. That has to be good. Let's throw the check in. Yeah, he's just moving too quickly now. I just have to not let the king get here before I step up. So there's no back rank mate threat. But he's moving too quickly, not thinking about the position. Now, equally, I could spend too long thinking about it and run out of time, of course. I'm 2 minutes down, but it feels like I've used it well. So we're 2 clean pawns up and we should win another pawn. Oh, that's just the rook. Yeah, he couldn't go there, he did. He just didn't see anything better to do. So it's just a case of not stalemating now, of course. So that was a good win. I thought we played that one reasonably well. The engine might say completely different. Let's see what it said. I don't think I even gained any rating for that. And you can very, very easily lose these games. No, I didn't gain a single rating point for that one. My opponent only lost 1 as well. So you got nothing to lose, really. So how did we actually play it? But they're the move times. You see my opponent just going a lot quicker than I am, but that was obvious from the clock. Obviously that rook move at the end will be naturally a blunder. In that position, yeah, we're +5 better. We're going to win the pawn then. Engine is in, just push your pawn forward. Now, as long as I don't allow the king here before I step up, so there's not a back rank mate issue, then I'm fine. So we played it pretty well. 94 accuracy versus 89. Well, it's now changed 88 accuracy there. And I think that was the only actual blunder, was just that rook slip at the very end there. 19 centre pawn loss. My average is 32. So that was pretty good. A relatively comfortable game, but a good win.